Hi everyone, it's Lisa here. So I am here today for the S challenge for the SNL Sunday challenge. And I'm sorry this is up so late. I've had a crazy couple of weeks. So yeah, it's just been crazy. So anyway, you can see I took a digital file from the Silhouette store and I cut that out on 12 by 12 white cardstock. And here I'm just going to let my silhouette cut out a transparency. And that worked out really awesome. I'll show you that in a minute. So you can see here I'm just trying to figure out what I want to put behind that. But I'm going to put the background paper aside for a second. And I'm going to take some wax paper and I'm going to spray it with some dewy Mr. Huey's Mist. And here we go. And then I'm just going to put that down just to add kind of like that marbled look, which I really like. So here you can just see I sprayed it a couple times and put it down. Just clean my craft mat off. And then I was trying to figure out what to put on the back side of this. And so S was for the silhouette. Now I'm going to my scraps. So I am just going to put pattern paper behind each one of these little triangles, and I went to the Amy tan paper, which I said I was going to throw it in the garbage last time, but I'm actually glad I didn't because I used a lot of all my little scraps on this layout, so that was good. And I think I even used some Maggie Holmes and some Polka Dot Party, so that was really cool. I was just flipping over just to see how it was looking. I'm going to change some of the papers around because that Polka Dot Party one, that one that I'm just peeling off right now, doesn't look good on the reverse side just because it really matches the spray that I had misted on, so I wanted a little bit of contrast. So here I'm just going around with my tape runner. This is a Tombow one, and I really like it. I switched from using the American Crafts to this Tombow one. I find it's got way more on there, and it works way better. I'm really glad I made the switch over. So if you're looking for a really good, like a little glue adhesive runner, that one's a really good one. And so yeah, here I'm just keep going on with attaching the scraps, and I'm just kind of rifling through my scrap bin, which that felt awesome to use all my scraps, I must say. I'm pretty sure I'm like everybody else and I have a ton that needs to get used up, so this is a good layout for scraps if you guys want to try doing something like that. And if you don't have a silhouette, you could easily cut some of these shapes out with just your X-Acto knife and a ruler. So there you can see what it looks like on the back side. And here is where I cut a mask out with the silhouette using a transparency, and it worked out awesome. The only thing is next time I peel it up, I will be probably a little bit more careful when I peel it up, just because it did rip in a couple places, but I still used some modeling paste with it and it turned out fine. So here I'm just taking a yucky piece of 12 by 12 cardstock just so that I can mat the 12 by 12 paper that I'm going to use. I just picked a yucky piece that I didn't care, so that way I could slip it into my album because there was all that glue on the back side with all those little triangle pieces that I had attached. And this is a picture of my dad with Natasha, and Natasha was, I think, a week old at this point. And it's such a precious picture. I love it. And I'm pulling out some, let me see, I've got some Maggie Holmes 12 by 12 paper here. And I was just trying to look in my stash to see if I had any to use, but I didn't. So I had to go to the 12 by 12 papers. But that's okay. I will definitely use them for something else. And here I'm not even using my paper trimmer. I'm just cutting out some random pieces. And I'm just kind of going through. I have some papers on the side that I thought I was going to use and I didn't. But I was just going through them to see if I could add any other colors and textures to it. Adding a doily. So far I don't have any other S's yet. I have spray, I have the silhouette, and I have scraps. So there's 3. And I have that Love paper clip that I just added. That's from Freckle Fawn. I love those. I wish I had more of those. And here I'm just taking some, I know it's twine, but I'm going to call it string because it looks like string. And I was going to tuck it behind that picture on the one side, but here I'm going to add it to the other side. And I'm going to take that stencil, another S word, so that's 4. And I'm going to use some modeling paste to add some texture. Now, because this transparency is so thin, it adds a really thin layer of the modeling paste. So you're not going to get that white definition like you would on some of the thicker stencils. But I do quite like the look of it. It's definitely a different look. But and here I'm just cleaning it with some Windex. And I just wanted to show you that it cleans off really, really well. And I know you can hardly see those stars, but it looks really cool. I'm hoping you guys can see it in the close-ups. So here I'm just cutting some more Maggie Holmes paper. And I know you're not going to see very much of that heart piece, but I just wanted something else to kind of have those papers rest on. And I'm inking up all the edges of the paper in Vintage Photo. And just kind of attaching everything down. No real science to this one. Attach the doily. So just attaching that down. And here I'm going to try and get this kind of into a really nice, messy look of that string. It's kind of like you want to make it look nice, and I don't know, it's fun with string. It's like you want to make it look pretty but messy all at the same time. It's funny. So here I'm just taking some glossy accents behind the pictures just so that I can add that string, and it kind of popped the picture up on that one side, so I'm just going to add some foam dots to each of the corners on the picture, just so that it kind of looks like each of the corners is kind of getting lifted up. And here I'm going to take some of that wax paper and I'm going to put my title on, and it's going to be In My Father's Eyes, and I'm using these kind of mint aqua thickers. These are from the Dear Lizzie, I think it's the Neapolitan collection. And I didn't care that some of the letters were capitals and some weren't. I just thought it was fun to use them all up. And here I'm looking at some 12 by 12 sticker sheets that I think this is the Glitz Finley collection. I was trying to use it. It didn't really go except for this border strip, just because it had the triangles and it kind of matched all the triangles that I've got going on there. So that one I used. So stickers. That's another S. And just adding some pop dots behind it just because the picture is pop dotted up, so it kind of needed a little bit something else to kind of keep it the same level as the picture. And I added some more stickers up at the top, and I'm just going to add some more. And these are some baby stickers from the crepe paper baby line. I can't remember what it was called. They're older ones, but they're really cute. So here I'm just going to put my title across these stickers. That's why I was adding all those stickers, as I needed something to hold my title on. So that was a good way of getting my title on there. It needed something to sit on, if that makes sense. So here I'm going to do some journaling real quick. And this layout is just, the journaling is just talking about how Natasha was the first grandchild born on both sides. And my dad is a very manly, burly man. And he was holding Natasha, and you can just see this glimmer in his eyes where he just thought she was the cutest and neatest kid ever. So it was really cool. So it kind of matches that saying at the bottom where it's sometimes the smallest things take them up the most room in your heart. It just kind of goes with that. So here I'm using a couple other stickers, and here I'm going to add, these aren't really sequins, but I'm going to call them sequins, so I'm just going to attach those with some glossy accent, but they are stars, so you can either call them sequins or you can call them stars or you can call them both. But anyway, I added that. I was going to add some sewing to this layout as well, and I might just do that by going around the edges and sewing that, but I just didn't do that for the video, and I haven't done it yet. But yeah, so this is the completed layout. Here you're going to see some of the close-ups. And I'm not sure if you can see that modeling paste all that well, but you can see it just adds a little bit of texture behind some of those layers. So thanks everybody for watching, and we will see you next week. And I'm sorry this video is up so late, but I will see you guys next time. Bye!